Hello everybody and welcome back to another trip report. Today I'm here at Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport. I'm just coming down from the terminal for car drop-off. And today I'm very excited because I'm going to be flying Bonza, Australia's newest airline, from here in Melbourne on their very first flight from their new hub here in Melbourne Tullamarine up to Sunshine Coast in Queensland. On board a 737 MAX, of course. Okay, so as I said, just got dropped off. Now that we're down from the escalator, let's head inside the terminal and find out where check-in is, I assume it's in Terminal 4 because I don't know where else it would be. And they've actually updated the sign already to say Bonza. So let's go in and check in. Here's the Bonza check-in. Self-check-in only, but it's good to see this here in Melbourne. So let's check in.
Nice and early. That's good. Yeah. I'm trying to think, have you, I think it was just missed the close off for the app. Because do you normally download via the app and get your boarding pass in the app? No,
I've been waiting here now about 20 minutes. Check-in should open at 7:45. Okay, it's 7:48. I've checked in and I've got my boarding pass. In just a second we'll head up this way and head through security. By the way, I forgot to mention check-in's pretty quick and easy. It's a nice process. I was actually the first person to check in here in Melbourne, so that means I was the first person to check in for a Bonza flight from Tullamarine, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, so let's go up these escalators and head through security and check out Airside and maybe get some brekkie. Security now completed, but thanks to Velocity Gold's priority, despite there was a lot of people there, it didn't take too long. But yeah, it's all very automated and everything, of course. So now let's find somewhere to sit down and have some brekkie. And I can see Bonza in the background. Now here at the gate, some little celebrations it looks like. Might be some more to come. Free food and coffee. So here at gate 19, there's some, not this, but there's some brekkie offerings. Some juices, there's brownies, quite a lot of them, they look pretty nice. And there's coffee there too, but I'm not sure if it's free. It looks like it is. My plane for today is just here. This is Victor Hotel, Uniform Juliet Kilo. It's a 2019 built Boeing 737 MAX 8. It was originally ordered by Lot Polish. Was not taken up due to the pandemic in 2019, and then in 2022 Bonza took up the order and named it Bonza, and now it's in this beautiful livery. Bonza have 4 aircraft now, with more to come, that being this one here, Bonza, Shazza, Sheila and Milk.
Cheers to a great flight.
Yeah, new airline and all of that.
Lots of friendly people here at the gate. Bonza CEO Tim Jordan's just doing a thing for the press now. Yeah, very exciting.
It's a very, very significant day for Bonza. Very importantly, thank you to the Bonza team who have made this happen with our partners. Many of the partners and suppliers here represented, so thank you. Today is about bringing low-cost airfares to Melbourne Tullamarine, our second aircraft base here in Australia, our first capital city base. Very, very important. We are about the many, we're not about the few. We're very proud of opening up brand new markets to this wonderful airport. Of the 9 routes into and out of Melbourne Tullamarine, 7 of them are not flown by other airlines. So markets like Mackay, Rockhampton, Bundaberg, Gladstone, Toowoomba, Port Macquarie, Tamworth, new routes into and out of Melbourne, Victoria, which allows tourists to get in, it allows the Victorians to get out and explore other new locations across this wonderful backyard that we have. And that's what Bonza is all about, new market. We're very lucky to have a number of other airlines, very good airlines in Australia already. We're about new, we're about the many, not the few. So thank you very much for being here today. It really is much appreciated, so thank you.
Thrilled to be the first capital city that Bonza's chosen to fly out of this morning, but most importantly, the exciting addition of more flights and affordable flights.
So I want to thank Tim at Bonza and obviously Laurie from Melbourne Airport and the local member Josh Bull. This goes to show that people want to come to Melbourne and
Should be boarding shortly. Hi, very good, thanks. How are you? That's good. Thank you. Now time to board. Good morning.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Okay. So you're on the right flight, and we're going in 7 Foxtrot. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, sweetheart. Hello. How are you this morning?
Board your Bonza flight AB1023, your service to the Sunshine Coast.
My seat for today is 7F.
So please take your seat, keep your seatbelt unfastened until the seatbelt
Left side of the
sign has
aircraft
been
when boarding
switched
from the
on.
front with a beautiful engine view. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed when we boarded, but there's still the lot Polish symbol on the kind of galley wall. Now, welcome aboard Bonza, a Bonza Boeing 737 MAX 8. My seat for today is 7F. Now let's go through the seat features. First up, legroom on this aircraft is, I actually don't know what it is. To me, it feels like, I'll see if I can measure it and I'll let you know, but it feels to me like maybe 76 to 79 centimetres or 30 to 31 inches, which is for a low-cost carrier actually pretty good. So yeah, and certainly enough for a short flight like this. Sit back pocket here for your personal items. Just be careful it doesn't fall out down there. There's also a universal power socket under there in between every 2 seats. And here you have the tray table, which, there you go. You can pull it down, and it's a pretty solid size. It's very clean, as would be expected, and you can push it out and in, but it's not foldable. And then here you have a literature pocket in the back of the seat with the Bonza safety card, and I don't think there's sick bags or anything in there. Finally, there's also a headrest here, which is nicely adjustable. It's actually really good in terms of smoothness. It can go up and down very nicely, and it's pretty comfy as well. So that's it for the seat features of this aircraft. Overall, for a low-cost carrier, oh, actually, can't forget there's a coat hook, but you can't forget that this is a low-cost carrier though, it is actually, like, this is kind of a lot of modern full service carriers. I think a good example would be Malaysia Airlines' new 737 cabin. This is better than that. It's better than some full service cabins. In fact, it's better than a lot. It's almost better than Virgin Australia, I would say, thanks to this.
Welcome aboard your Bonza flight AB1023, your service to the Sunshine. Refueling. Please stay seated and keep your seatbelts unfastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched on. Thank you. Switched on. Thank you.
Very interestingly, they just asked us to keep our seatbelt unfastened. That's actually the first time it's been on. I've never heard anyone ask the seatbelts to be unfastened. It's very strange, but now the seatbelt sign's on, so now we're supposed to fasten it. Special livery Garuda Indonesia just pushing back there.
Please place your large bags into your overhead lockers and the smaller bags underneath the seats in front of you. If you are seated in an exit row, all your belongings need to be put to the overhead lockers for takeoff and landing. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking and the use of electronic cigarettes are not permitted at any time to your seat during the flight. You'll also find some in-flight entertainment on the app.
Flying from Melbourne to Sunshine Coast, great to have you with us. We're just about finalising the items up the front here, which will be pushing back very shortly. As mentioned, flight time just on 2 hours. We do anticipate smooth flying conditions. Melbourne will be flying us there this morning. So once we get settled in our cruising opportunity, we'll come back to further details regarding the flight.
Now time for pushback.
It's my pleasure to introduce a cabin crew legend flying into the Sunshine Coast this morning. Your pilots today we have Mike, the captain, and First Officer Elwin. Your legends in the cabin we have Danny,
Cebu Pacific's A330-900 Neo, otherwise known as the most cramped aircraft in the world, in the background there, which have started or restarted flying from Melbourne to Manila.
For the next few minutes, and to release, you lift the metal buckle. Your seatbelt must be securely fastened whenever you are seated, directed by your crew, and whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. The cabin will be pressurised during the flight. If oxygen is required, masks like these will fall from the panel above you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask firmly down towards you. Remove any mouth coverings and place the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth like this and breathe normally, adjusting the mask if necessary. Fit your own mask before you assist children or others. If the mask does not inflate, don't worry, oxygen will flow, so just breathe normally. A life jacket is located underneath your seat. When required, remove it from its case and place it over your head. You must not inflate your life jacket within the aircraft. For further inflation, blow into the mouthpiece. There is a light which automatically illuminates on contact with water and a whistle for attracting attention. Infant and spare adult life jackets are on board, which your crew will hand out if required. You keep your seatbelt fastened at all times when seated. To get ready for takeoff, make sure your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back is upright with your armrest down. Your tray tables are locked into position and your window blind is open. Please check that your cabin baggage is placed underneath the seat in front of you so the aisles and emergency exits are completely clear. The cabin is to be secured during takeoff, landing, and whenever the seatbelt sign is on.
Yes, it was, yeah. Just in mountains and, you know,
Malaysia Airlines A330 in the Tiger livery. At least I think that's what it is. That's quite the long pushback for Cebu Pacific here. Oh, that's probably because I think it's getting pulled to a gate.
They're surprised that you can even get it off the ground. That's John Sharp, so.
Once the seatbelt sign is turned off, you are welcome to use your large electronic devices and the charging ports. All transmitting devices, including smartwatches, are to remain in flight mode. We do recommend that whilst you're seated, you keep your seatbelt securely fastened. You can purchase food and drink from our All Aussie menu via the Bonza app, and our team of legends will deliver it to your seat. Our Bonza legends will be in the cabin soon if you need any help. We accept credit cards only.
Welcome on board the Bonza Boeing 737 MAX 8 loo. I'm at the front loo. There's one at the front, two at the back. So first off, spacious-wise here, it's a little bit better than the 800 series, I would say. You have a coat hook up here. The tap's actually a pretty good size as well. Some hand soap. No particular brand, I don't think. Couple of amenities. But, yeah. Overall, it's a pretty good loo, actually, for a 737. Okay, so I think we're now up here at our cruising altitude. We should be anyway. Cabin crew, as what seems to be common here on Bonza. All the staff members are really, really friendly. Now let's go through the in-flight entertainment. Just briefly, because I did go through it in my previous Bonza video. Here at Flight Info, Bonza to Sunshine Coast. I don't think we're quite that close, I'll be honest. So, yeah. Tells you the registration, which is pretty cool. Onboard menu. I'm not going to show a whole lot, I'm just going to go through it quickly. They've added a couple of things. Those brownies that I had on the ground were absolutely amazing, and they have them on board here. Banana bread waffles, which I ordered today, along with, here's some of the drinks options, and I got just a soda water today. And finally, here's the alcoholic beverages. It has changed a little bit since my last flight, actually. Maybe they switched it around a bit, which is cool. So there's not a whole lot you can watch. You can listen to Listener, which I think is just radios and stuff. So there's no movies, but that's still better than nothing. And you got to remember, it's free and it's a low-cost airline, so I'll take it. Some stuff that you can read. Some games to play. And yeah, I mean, not sure what else you can ask for from a low-cost carrier anyway. Okay, so still up here at our cruising altitude. It's been a very smooth flight so far. Probably about 15-20 minutes after I ordered, which by the way I did order quite late because I went to speak to some crew and stuff and went to the loo. But here's what I bought. This smells really good. I'll let you know how it tastes in a minute. And I got this soda water. So let's check it out. Here's the waffle. It's pretty tasty actually. And they've done a good job of combining the two. And the sparkling water is also very nice. Overall, a really well priced and really nice buy on board service from Bonza.
Luckily, just watches a local time in Queensland right now. It's coming up 10:31. But on behalf of all the wonderful crew, I'd like to thank you for the time for Bonza. I hope that you've had a enjoyable flight. Until next time you have us once again, thank you and have a good one. Cabin crew, prepare for a ride.
Now time for descent, as of about 3 minutes ago. Now just coming through the clouds. It's a bit rainy in Sunshine Coast, I do believe, but it's been such a nice flight and such a memorable experience here on board Bonza. By the way, I will be flying back with Bonza from Sunshine Coast to Melbourne later today, so stay tuned for that trip report in a couple weeks. Okay, we're now on approach to Sunshine Coast Airport, formerly known as Sunshine Coast Maroochydore. I think we're landing from the north. Now I'm just going to do a really quick conclusion, not going to do much because I can't really judge them properly off this. The main thing I can judge that wouldn't vary is the hard product. My journey today started at Melbourne. Check-in was easy and security was busy but still pretty easy. The experience at the gate, I liked the food that was provided and the coffee and juice. That was nice. Brownies were delicious. Boarding was executed pretty well and basically on time. Once we're on board, I've been on Bonza once before, so I know that the seat is actually really, really impressive for a low-cost carrier. So, yeah, got underway just probably like 10 minutes late or something, and yep, onboard service, the crew are phenomenal on today's flight, and the buy on board service is really well priced and pretty delicious stuff that's on there. So yeah, I mean, it's a small airline, so I wasn't expecting them to have a whole lot on the menu. It would be nice if they could expand upon the drinks maybe a little bit, but it's still a really, really good selection. And I'm still really impressed with Bonza. So yeah, I've had a great experience today. I've been on 2 flights with Bonza now, I'll do another later. And yeah, I've been impressed by the Bonza product. So thumbs up for Bonza. I can highly recommend them. Anyways, now enjoy the kind of misty but beautiful approach to Sunshine Coast Airport. Welcome to the sunny coast.
like the most?
A very Bonza welcome to the Sunshine Coast, where the local time is 11:07. We would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land and pay our respects to the elders, past, present and emerging. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. If your mobile phones are within reach, you are welcome to use these now. If you are leaving us by the tarmac, we ask that all electronic devices are not used until you have entered the terminal. Before leaving, please check your seat for all your personal belongings and be really careful when opening the overhead lockers, as your items may have moved during our flight. If you're visiting loved ones, enjoy some special moments together. And if you're here for business, don't work too hard. Also, if you are travelling back with us to Melbourne, please a reminder to check in for your returning flight. Thank you and have a great day.
Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross check.
Now time to disembark after a Bonza flight. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's really hot and humid, but it's spitting rain. Very tropical weather. Hello. Thank you, thank you. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you too. Thank you. Very friendly welcome. There's Sheila. Okay, well, thank you. I think it's now about time to do the outro. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video. A like and subscription if you enjoyed would be very much appreciated, but it's not necessary nor expected. Also, check out my website at aviation763.com for information on upcoming flights and easier navigation to certain airlines trip reports, as well as my Instagram at aviation763_ for some cool photos and stories of my flights, like my flight today on Bonza. Yeah, and last but most certainly not least, thank you to my incredible patrons who help to make these videos possible. Support is so much appreciated, and yeah, couldn't do without you. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. I should say a Bonza day, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
A very Bonza welcome to the Sunshine Coast, where the local time is 11:07. We would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land.